Hi everyone, welcome to our class. I'm Aite and today we're going to be talking about future perfect. So to start with, what is future perfect and when do we use it? The future perfect is a verb tense used for actions that will be completed before a date or another action in the future. So we use it when we're talking about something that will happen in the future, but it will have been completed or will be in progress until a specific moment also in the future. So let's start with future perfect simple. So future perfect simple, we use it when we're talking about something that will be completed before a specific time in the future. So when the specific time comes, the thing will have already been done. So we say will or won't, depending on the situation, and then have plus the verb in the past participle. So let's see some examples. The first one is, will you have gone to bed when I get back? So here you can see that the something that will be completed that we're talking about is the action of going to bed, and the specific time in the future is when I get back. So by the time I get back, the action of going to bed will have been completed. Therefore, we use the future perfect tense. So you can see that first you say will you, and then have, and then the verb to go in the past participle. So let's go to another example. In 2 years' time, I will have graduated from school. So here's the same thing. We're talking about the action of graduating from school, and this action will have been completed before the specific time in the future, that in this case is in 2 years. So the last example is, I won't have finished all my homework by the end of the day. So here you can see that the action that we're talking about is not finishing the homework, and the specific time in the future is the end of the day. So these three examples are examples of future perfect simple, but we can also use in some cases future perfect continuous for other types of situation. So let's see what the future perfect continuous is. Future perfect continuous is used to talk about specific actions that will be in progress at a specific time in the future, or that we see as new, different, or temporary. So when we use future perfect continuous, we first say will or won't be plus the verb in the ing form. So let's see some examples. The first one is, when you come out of school tomorrow, I will be boarding on the plane. So here you can see that the action we're talking about is boarding a plane, and the specific time in the future is when you come out of school. But differently from the future perfect simple, here the action of boarding in the plane won't have been completed in this specific time. It will be in progress. That's why we use future perfect continuous. And then you can see that the verb to board is in the ing form, boarding. Let's see the second example. Today, we're taking the bus, but next week, we'll be taking the train. So here we can see that we're talking about something that we see as new, different, or temporary. In this case, the new thing is taking the train, and the normal would be taking the bus. That's why it's also in the future perfect continuous. So now, to see if you guys understood, let's make an activity. I will first tell you two things that will happen in the future, and then you will have to organize them in the future perfect. So you will clean your room and you will watch television afterwards. Organize these two series of events using a sentence in future perfect. I will give you some time to think, and if you need more, you can just pause the video. Okay, so the answer is, I will have cleaned my room before I go out with my friends. So here you can see that the action we're talking about is cleaning your room, and this action will have been completed before a specific time in the future, that is, going out with your friends. And now try guessing if it's on future perfect simple or continuous. It's on future perfect simple because the action will have been completed, it won't be in progress. So let's try another exercise. She will study for 5 hours, then she will take the exam. Try doing the same thing, I'll give you some time. Okay, she will have been studying for 5 hours before she takes the exam. I don't know what happened. There's something wrong with the slideshow. I hadn't seen it. But here it is future perfect continuous because the action won't have been completed. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. See you in the next